you in the manner of the ancient teachers of Zen, I should hit the microphone with my fan and leave. But I somehow have the feeling that since you have contributed to the support of the Zen Center in expectation of learning something, a few words should be said, even though I warn you that by explaining these things to you, I shall subject you to a very serious hoax. Because if I allow you to leave here this evening under the impression that you understand something about Zen, you will have missed the point entirely. Because Zen is a way of life, a state of being that is not possible to embrace in any concept whatsoever. So that any concepts, any ideas, any words that I shall put across to you this evening will have as their object showing you the limitations of words and of thinking. Now then, if one must try to say something about what Zen is, and I want to do this by way of introduction, I must make it emphatic that Zen, in its essence, is not a doctrine. There's nothing you're supposed to believe in. It's not a philosophy in our sense, that is to say, a set of ideas, an intellectual net in which one tries to catch the fish of reality. Actually, the fish of reality is more like water. It always slips through the net, and in water, you know, when you get into it, there's nothing to hang on to. All this universe is like water. It is fluid, it is transient, it is changing. When you're thrown into the water after being accustomed to living on the dry land, you're not used to the idea of swimming, you try to stand on the water, you try to catch hold of it, and as a result you drown. The only way to survive in the water, and this refers particularly to the waters of modern philosophical confusion, where God is dead, metaphysical propositions are meaningless, and there's really nothing to hang on to, because we're all just falling apart. And the only thing to do under those circumstances is to learn how to swim. And to swim, you relax. You let go, you give yourself to the water, and you have to know how to breathe in the right way. And then you find that the water holds you up. Indeed, in a certain way, you become the water. And so in the same way, one might say, if one attempted to, again, I say misleadingly, to put Zen into any sort of concept, it simply comes down to this. That in this universe there is one great energy, and we have no name for it. People have tried various names for it, like God, like Brahman, like Tao. But in the West, the word God has got so many funny associations attached to it that most of us are bored with it. Say God the Father Almighty, most people feel funny inside. And so we like to hear new words. We like to hear about Tao, about Brahman, about Shinyo and Tathata, and such strange names from the Far East, because they don't carry the same associations of mawkish sanctimony and funny meanings from the past. And actually, some of these words that the Buddhists use for the basic energy of the world really don't mean anything at all. The word kathata, which is translated from the Sanskrit into suchness or thusness or something like that, really means something more like da-da-da, based on the word tat, which in Sanskrit means that. And so in Sanskrit it is said tat tvam asi, that thou art, or in Latin American, you're it. But
put it there. Put it there. But alone, there is no entity out to capture your soul. Period. There is only a balance of dark and light. What humans do with it gives it, therefore, its manifestation. And you're used to a certain balance on the earth. It's not intelligent. That's the first thing that you have to learn, light worker. There's no force against you. You don't believe it. You've always been taught there is. The brighter your light, the less darkness will be around. Oh, crying, I love that. How can I make my light brighter? By not fearing the dark. When you fear the dark, you give it your energy, don't you? So what is it you fear? That perhaps you will be in disfavor. That's survival, isn't it? There are so many things here, dear ones, that you're going to have to recalibrate. Who are you trying to please? Lightworker. I'll ask you this. If you're trying to please God, you are pleasing God. I wouldn't be here if you weren't. If you're trying to please those on the other side of the veil, in some cases are your parents looking back at you, you're pleasing them. By the fight that you have put here, by the light that you carry, all is well. Do you feel that? Or are you looking around for some other approval somewhere and not getting it? Time for you to recalibrate that. There are things you should know about the way you think now and what is going on that's going to change. Brian, you mean there's not going to be a struggle? Oh, yes, there will be. This struggle between dark and light will be classic. You're going to watch it like a game. Perhaps even on your own ball fields where it goes back and forth and it doesn't seem to be one team winning and it simply goes back and forth. And what will you think about that when that takes place? In your heart of hearts, what are you going to say? Well, we failed. Nothing is happening. And that's because, dear ones, all you are willing to look at is the three-dimensional game field. You're not looking at anything else that might be happening under it or above it. Maybe it's simply a push-pull engine that keeps you busy while something else is happening somewhere else. What if you're a piece of the puzzle working it for something else to happen somewhere else? What if you're a placeholder on this planet? Hard to describe. This is the battle between dark and light. Well, Christ, if darkness has no intelligence, how does it battle us? Here are some attributes of the darkness I wish to share. Number one, it's dark. Number two, because it's dark, it cannot see what you're doing. It's stupid. And that is your advantage, for you can see everything, and this energy of darkness simply is an energy. Like gravity is an energy, like magnetism is an energy. When you see magnetism work, and you see things come together which are magnetized, do you look at them, give them names and consciousness? Only because they moved from one place to another, attracted to one another? You do not. You say, this is physics, it's energy. It moves here to there. Like oil and water is energy. And oil floats because of its density. It's lighter than water's density. And dark and light have these kinds of attributes. The only difference is In the new energy, you are a light creator. Therefore, you are changing the density of the planet. You see what I'm saying? Therefore, the balance of dark and light moves accordingly. It's not smart. It moves out of the way because you were there. And if you don't believe it, you're always going to be tiptoeing around, wondering if the dark is going to get you. Oh, dear light worker, this is the message of today.
Context of
all of this.